Welcome back, and joining us on the show now is Peter McGuire from Exim Australia. Peter, hi, good to have you. And there's just so much happening every single day. There's no dearth of news or events, really. I want to start with metals right now because aluminium clearly is on top game with 5% of gains after US and UK have talked about banning metal imports and, of course, delivery on exchanges as well. Has the sentiment already played in? Is the news factored in, or would it still be a buy in metals from here?
Well, good afternoon, Manisha. I think, you've got to say it is baked in to some extent, but I think that's still very much on a bull run when you're looking at the likes of, and you roll it across its little brothers like copper, nickel, lead, zinc. They're all having a nice run. So I feel as though that there's probably far more upside to go. It just seems to be very strong and, hard to find a ceiling. So at the moment, hold on and hang on because I think there's further to run.
What are you most bullish on when it comes to metal? Because we saw the rally start with copper and then zinc ran up and now it's aluminum. There's some support that we've seen in iron ore. Even steel is trading higher right now. But if there is something that you would pick up as most bullish, what would that be?
I've got to say it's probably going to be copper, Manisha, because I think just from a global demand picture and also it's had a dramatic rally at 9,500 a metric ton. I'm keeping a very close eye on the whole complex because as it starts to gain even further momentum, I think a rising tide lifts all boats. So, yes, I noticed that as far as iron ore. I'm conscious on the steel market. And, I think overall, aluminium is great. I mean, don't cut me wrong because I think it's got probably plenty of upside as well. But I just feel as though copper, a wonderful barometer as far as, the whole complex.
The weekend also saw a lot of geopolitical tensions come in, whether it's from Iran, Israel, and the kind of statements that we heard from Russia as well. And we did see a sentiment play up and then see profit taking as well, whether it was precious metals or energy for that matter, both trading off its highs, gold especially, which is almost $100 from the all-time highs that we saw the prices trade in. From here on for this week, what would you want to watch out for?
Well, I've got to see, first off, geopolitically, Manisha, where Israel, whether it sits on its hands or there's going to be some form of retaliation. I feel as though that we're probably nearly at half time. I mean, it's in their court and they're going to play it. So if they play it aggressively, then that's going to change the whole footprint as far as, Middle East tensions. If we don't see anything, then you could see a little bit stripped out as far as price for crude and possibly gold take a little bit of maybe wash out a little bit further, but, it's a wait and see game. I noticed something happened in Karg Island only a matter of hours ago from Iraq. There was talk of that. So there really is. It's starting to warm up as far as geopolitical pressure, and it's a wait and see approach. And naturally, what impact that has to traders' sentiment and whether you buy or sell, Manisha.
So when it comes to gold, well, we almost did 2,450 and we're trading at 2,355 right now. So it's nearly $100 of a decline from there. Yeah. Would you say near-term targets have been met? It's been overbought in any case. But from here, if there was a new investor wanting to come into this market, what would your advice be?
Well, first off, any market that runs up as hard as it did, it gets exhausted to the upside. It's like running out of steam. You're running for the tram or the bus or the train, and you need to take a break because you had to sprint 100 metres. That's what it was like. And it's just having a breath and it's giving back some of those gains. I'm sure it'll find some form of support, maybe a little bit lower, but I feel as though that's the point. The second one is, I still think, and everyone's got their own mind's eye, that there's further upside for the gold market, very much so over the rest of the year. So, don't discount it heavily at the moment, Manisha, because it's just having a little bit of a holiday, a bit of a break for 24 hours.
All right, got that, Peter. Thank you so much for joining us. So do not mistake this correction for a further decline. It's a bit of a holiday, as Peter calls it, an accumulation in metals and precious metals is perhaps you should be looking at. But that all the time that we have on HTR. But coming up is Business Lunch for Almost Action.